After hanging up, Director Hong suddenly became angry. Seeing someone sitting next to his seat, he became even angrier. He questioned the flight attendant about what happened. This was the seat he had reserved. What's the problem? Don't you know who I am? Why is there someone sitting next to me? Are you pretending to be deaf and not paying attention to what I say? You're really stupid. Just now, an unknown assistant said that my project was written by her. Now there's a flight attendant ignoring what I said. Think about it, why are you getting paid? Is this what you should do? Director Hong sat down and called Team Leader Kim. He blamed Team Leader Kim for handling Kong Ji-won. Oh, properly. What, she's the one who did everything? No wonder that girl wanted to report to the higher-ups. What, she dared to call you? That's right, she complained that her name wasn't on the project. Why don't you hurry up and deal with that idiot? That little bitch dared to make me angry. After blowing his nose, Director Hong threw a cracked towel. After being reminded, he lost his temper and started hitting the flight attendant. His series of actions made the people around him angry. The flight attendant secretly called the police. The police immediately boarded the plane to arrest Director Hong. This also became a hot topic. That day, the company immediately issued an apology. The company said it would recall all products with Director Huang's image printed on them. Not only that, Director Hong would also be suspended. She said he didn't thoroughly deal with Kong Ji-won, the writer of the project, and it was also posted on social media. Everyone was upset on Ji-won's behalf. Ji-won became the only winner in this battle. Although the project did not have her name, after this trouble, everyone knew that this project was done by her. The feeling of turning the tide made Ji-won very happy. She excitedly played a song by her idol. Ji-hyo, okay, suddenly appeared behind Ji-won. Oh my god, I was startled. Sorry, I didn't mean to do it, I was scared. It's okay. Ji-hyo, okay, came to apologize for what happened. The company will convene the disciplinary committee of group leader Kim for stealing Ji-won's project. You've worked hard. When Ji-hyo okay left, Ji-won suddenly stopped him. Ji-won's megapixel 3 accidentally fell to the ground. Ji-hyo okay bent down to pick it up and saw that Ji-won was listening to the music of the admissions committee. Ji-hyo okay said that he also liked the admissions committee. I should have listened to Dynamite to get my heart's content. But no matter how I searched, I couldn't find it. I also like Dynamite, but my favorite is Spring Day. I also like Spring Day. The two expressed their personal preferences, accidentally revealing their reincarnation identities. The admissions committee just debuted this year. The songs they just mentioned were released in 2017 and 2020. In fact, they are living in 2013. The man revealed a small blue heart on his chest. He confessed that his reincarnation was not accidental. Memories suddenly flooded Ji-won's mind. The pocket money her father usually gave her would have a blue heart drawn on it. I am the pocket money your father gave you. It turned out that in her life after Ji-won passed away, Ji-hyo okay was the one who placed her remains in the Buddhist temple. Ji-hyo okay was about to drive home when the car suddenly broke down. He slammed the steering wheel in despair. Just as Ji-hyo okay was regretting, a taxi appeared in front of him. The driver was Ji-won's father, who had passed away many years ago. You must have lost something very important. I don't even know if it was valuable or not. Actually, we were just passers-by. Oh my god, why did you do that? Men should be brave. Don't wait until you go to hell to regret it. Ji-hyo okay also regretted not confessing to Ji-won sooner. Although Ji-hyo okay knew that she had many opportunities in her previous life, she wasted them all. It was only when Ji-won died that Ji-hyo okay felt extremely regretful. Ji-won's father wondered what Ji-hyo okay would do if she could do it all over again. Would he have been able to seize the opportunity in time? It may sound stupid, but I really don't know what I was thinking. If I knew the ending would be so bitter, I would definitely protect the girl I love. I think Ji-hyo is quite trustworthy. So after Ji-hyo went to the king's court, Ji-won's father let him reincarnate with his daughter. At this time, Ji-won and Ji-hyo both knew that the other person was reincarnated into their lives. Ji-won told Ji-hyo the ultimate plan he had built. Ji-won must matchmake Manhwa and Su-min together. If not, Ji-won will have to walk down the aisle with Manhwa. After that, her life will be filled with tragedy like in her previous life. She will get cancer again and be sent off to the afterlife by her husband and best friend. Ji-hyo did not know exactly what terrible things would happen to Ji-won. He only knew that she had to endure a lot of humiliation when attending the class reunion. It was only after attending Ji-won's ceremony that Ji-hyo learned about this. Ji-won was extremely curious. After hearing this, Ji-hyo only said 3 heartbreaking words. After her death, many people felt regretful. Ji-won knew that Ji-hyo was lying. She could imagine what her funeral would be like. No one was heartbroken or regretful. Ji-won believed that after she raised the garlic bulb, everyone thought that such a person existed, but now that person was gone. Seeing that it was getting late, Ji-hyo invited Ji-won home. Even the cat in the house was very close to Ji-won. Seeing that the cat and the person were getting along so well, Ji-hyo felt a little warm. However, just a second later, Ji-hyo suddenly remembered the scene of the car accident in her mind. Ji-hyo quickly regained her composure. Ji-hyo asked Ji-won why she didn't he broke up with Min-hon. Why didn't she run away to another place? Ji-won said she had tried to break up with Min-hon, but Min-hon was so violent that it was scary. Ji-won had also thought about running away, but if she wanted to run away, she definitely needed to have a stable financial situation. Moreover, after reincarnation, what had happened would definitely happen again. Even if she ran to the ends of the world, nothing would change. Then, Ji-won gave a typical example. Before reincarnation, she had a scar on her hand from being burned by boiling water, but after reincarnation, the department head was injured instead of her. Therefore, this scar was transferred to the British. Even the shape of the scar was exactly the same as Ji-won's, so Ji-hyuk had to use himself after hearing it. At that time, the glass of water just accidentally fell to the ground. If Ji-hyuk hadn't been injured, the one who would have been injured would have been someone else. Ji-won understood the principles of reincarnation very well. She can't solve everything by running away, what should happen will happen in the end. But Ji-won can change her unfortunate fate to someone else. Ji-hyuk's thoughts suddenly go back to his previous life. After helping Ji-won organize a ceremony on the way back, Ji-hyuk met a mysterious man. Ji-hyuk didn't tell Ji-won about this, he just said that his car had an accident. When Ji-hyuk woke up, he found himself reincarnated 10 years ago. The next day, after waking up, Ji-hyuk received a phone call from his subordinate. Ji-hyuk immediately went to the company. After Director Hong was dismissed from the HR department and arbitrarily replaced, everyone realized that the new director was the one who always walked beside the chairman. Of course, Ji-hyuk was extremely dissatisfied when he saw this person's appearance. Ji-hyuk knew that this was his grandfather's intention. He knew that his grandfather sent this person here to monitor his every move. I didn't expect you to like this type of person. I was surprised that your interests were more normal. I thought she wasn't an ordinary person. That might be so. But she's been dating for 7 years, after all. And yet she still has an improper relationship with her superior. It turned out that this person also knew about Ji-hyuk and Ji-won being together last night. He bluntly declared that the snack box project no longer belonged to Ji-won. He would hand over this project to Lijiang Market. Of course, Ji-won could still participate as a member. Ji-hyuk was extremely dissatisfied with this proposal. Ji-hyuk was about to push the door open and leave when he suddenly stopped. He turned around and said something to the other party. If you are not afraid of public opinion and are not held back by women, If you can look at it objectively, you can see that Ji-won is very suitable for this project. Not only that, nothing happened between Ji-won and Ji-hyuk last night. Not long after, Ji-hyuk held a meeting. He handed over the instant cooking bag project to Lijeong Market. After listening, the team members included Ji-won, Min-hwan, and Soo-min. Ji-won was very disappointed after hearing this. She quickly chased after him and asked him to be polite. Ji-hyuk said that Lijeong Market was the team leader. So, the matter of adjusting Ji-won should be told to Lijeong Market. Didn't she want to get Min-hwan and Soo-min married quickly? Wouldn't it be easier to have them in the same group? But if that's the case, there will be 3 Lijeong Markets in one project. You know what I can do? The shares Ji-won bought after her reincarnation suddenly increased in price. Who would have thought that Ji-won had just left her best friend's seat and secretly opened her computer? Soo-min discovered that Ji-won was secretly investing in stocks. Soo-min looked at the stocks Ji-won had bought. Even though they had increased 7 times, Ji-won did not sell them. Thinking that they would continue to increase, Soo-min secretly bought them too. Soo-min finally successfully joined the instant food cooking bag project. Soo-min thought that she would quickly become an official employee of the company. Min-hwan specially bought a bottle of strawberry milk as a reward for Soo-min. Min-hwan told Soo-min to do well. Who knows, Soo-min might be promoted to hygiene. How did you know I like strawberry milk? You only buy what you like, how would you know what I like? Are our interests that similar? Soo-min took a sip of strawberry milk and gave it to Min-hwan to drink. Although Min-hwan was very happy, she still had to pay attention to her image in the company. Min-hwan promised to wait until his company's team building to bring her a few more bottles. After handing over Ji-won's project to someone else, Ji-hyuk drove to the Han River. His head started to hurt like a hammer. Memories of his previous life kept appearing in his head. Every time my dad gave him pocket money, he would draw a heart on it. He would really seize the opportunity. Whatever comes will come. If he had a garlic bulb in his previous life, he would still have a garlic bulb in this life. After reincarnation, the law cannot be changed. Ji-hyuk hated that the person next to Ji-won was not him. In order for Ji-won to be happy in this life, Ji-hyuk went to Eun-ho's restaurant. Do you know dynamite? You mean the Nobel Prize-winning invention? What about spring rope? As far as I know, spring is from March to May. Ji-hyuk saw that Eun-ho had never listened to his father's future songs and recruitment. Ji-hyuk guessed that Eun-ho was not a reincarnated person. He would live a happy and healthy spring life. Congratulations. Eun-ho did not understand what Ji-hyuk was saying. Watching Ji-hyuk drink and drive away until the door closed. Finally, Eun-ho called the first person on Ji-hyuk's contact list. Hyeseon quickly ran over. As soon as she opened her mouth, she explained that she and Ji-hyuk were not in that kind of relationship. Maybe because I always called him like crazy, my number appeared first. This is my crazy boss, Kim. It was my real brother who kicked me out of the project. And I couldn't contact him all day. It turned out that this morning Ji-hyuk intentionally put Soo-min in the project team where I cooked fast food. A team with too many members caused Hyeseon to be kicked out. This crazy guy, oh no, what's wrong with the department head? Eun-ho looked at Hyeseon's lovely appearance and suddenly remembered the last time she called Ji-won. Who sent these beautiful and wonderful cakes? This is called love. What? It means delicious. Wake up, my rebellious brother. May I ask if you know Kong Ji-won? Gorder is a place that makes cheesecakes with cool western milk from New Zealand cows that have just given birth. So awesome, those cakes are really delicious. The two of them suddenly felt like they had met too late. On this side, Ji-won couldn't bear to look at the plan she had written. She immediately called Ji-hyuk, but the other party didn't answer. This made her think about random things. Grandpa found out that Ji-hyuk was drunk and called him to the office. He wanted him to have dinner with the vice president of the airline, Jun family. Because she had handled director Wang's scandal very well without bringing any negative effects to the company. He knew from the beginning that the two of them had no feelings for each other. But it was a promise. It was not proper for one side to unilaterally cancel, especially from the groom's side. So I tried my best to show my sincerity and then resolve it. Seeing that Ji Hyuk did not say anything, he immediately changed his attitude and asked him when he would bring the person he liked home. Ji Hyuk thought that he should not see Ji-won. Now I feel the same way as him. He hopes that I will be happy. I also hope that she will be happy. Ji Hyuk knew that he was about to die in a car accident. If he could not bring happiness to Ji Hyuk, then he decided to stay by her side quietly. Even though he would not be in Ji-won's life, Ji-won saw her colleagues gossiping about the stocks she bought that suddenly skyrocketed as soon as she arrived at the company. Min-hon stood beside her, extremely regretful that he had sold them 8 generations ago. Min-hon immediately pulled Ji-won to his side. I want to ask her out for dinner tonight. The money I gave you after selling the Hot Roll Rento stock. Let's take that money and pay it back. In that case, we have to do something with Soo-min before we get married. But we have to spend a lot of money. Oh, how could I forget? Min-hon said he wanted to go to fancy places, but it was just a trick to get money from Ji-won. So Min-hon wanted to get money from me. Ji-won said that she had taken all the money to buy insurance. If we terminate the contract now, we won't be able to get half of that money. But if we wait 10 years, it can increase by 10%. Hey, you idiot. Hey, are you stupid? Are you possessed? All insurance salesmen are scammers. I thought you were smart. Turns out you're stupid. After Min-hon got angry and decided to sell the TKU stock in his hand to suck blood, Ji-won knew that TKU company would go bankrupt in the future. TKU stock will drop sharply. To convince Min-hon not to sell her stock, Ji-won said that she still has some savings. Don't sell it, I'll lend it to you. Besides, we won't go out for dinner today. Let's go somewhere else this weekend. Even if Soo-min comes along. The 3 of them went on a picnic this weekend. Soo-min just arrived and started praising the scenery here as wonderful. Min-hon added. The weather forecast said it would be cloudy today. But because we're going out with you, the weather is so nice. You're a weather wizard. As expected, Min-hon understands me well. Ji-won, don't work so seriously. You beat the team leader. You fired the director. You want to be the representative director of O. Everyone in the company keeps reminding Ji-won. Oh my god, Min-hon, in this era, saying that is a bad thing. Soo-min, drink some beer, to quench your thirst. Seeing the two of them love each other more and more, Ji-won is secretly happy. Then Ji-won said that her best friend was in the middle. Ji-won said that the two of them were very precious to her. Soo-min was her best friend since middle school. And Min-hon had been dating her since she started going out into society. Our fate is really unbelievable. That's right, we are a family. The two of you took her out to get some fresh air and then pushed her away. You and I, along with Min-hon, will live happily together. Then I have to work harder. Only then can my 2 princesses be happy. What do you think, Ji-won? How does it feel to own Min-hon? Oh my gosh, what's wrong? What's wrong? Oh. It looks like there are bugs. Are there bugs here? I'll chase them away for you. Min-hon's actions suddenly reminded Ji-won of the past. At first, she was also afraid of bugs. At that time, Min-hon also protected her in his arms. After getting rid of the bug, he also came back to comfort her not to be afraid. Seeing the girl practicing cycling in front, Ji-won remembered that Min-hon had taught her the same thing before. He also promised that when she learned to ride a bike, they would travel together. To let this pair of cats and chickens get married quickly, Ji-won took the opportunity to leave. She wanted the two of them to have their own space. Seeing Min-hon alone, Soo-min intentionally poked her hand into a sharp thorn. Her shrill scream successfully attracted the other person's attention. "Brother Manhwa, I think I've been pricked by a thorn. Oh my god, the situation seems quite serious. It hurts a lot." Sumin's pitiful appearance made Manhwa's heart skip a beat. The two of them chatted until midnight that night. This scene made Ji-won in the distance cry with joy. Not long before, Ji-won had brought Sumin and Manhwa together. Ji-won left, leaving the two of them on the grass. Manhwa was extremely happy. Turning around and seeing someone riding a bicycle, Manhwa immediately asked Sumin if she knew how to ride a bicycle. "I'm a little scared, so I've never ridden one before." "What's there to be afraid of? Let me teach you. Let's go." Sure enough, Sumin was just like Ji-won. She was also touched by this action. Who would have thought that this was just a trick for Manhwa to flirt with girls? After escaping, Ji-won received a call from Eun-ho. Knowing that Eun-ho was at the company's door, Ji-won hurriedly went over. "This is for you." "Oh, thank you so much. But shouldn't I be the one giving flowers? I heard that you just moved here recently." "That's right, very close. You must come by once." After receiving the call, Eun-ho immediately left. Seeing the two of them laughing and talking. Although Ji-hyuk was so brave that he left quietly, Ji-won took the initiative to go to Ji-hyuk's office. Ji-won showed Ji-hyuk the good thing she had just done. Because she wanted Manhwa and Sumin to date soon, Ji-won took them on a picnic. In the middle of school, Ji-won tried to escape. She thought the other party would praise her, but he didn't. Ji-hyuk said that in 2021, he would take over the position of company president. Director Lee was the person his grandfather had arranged to be by his side. In other words, Director Lee would secretly observe Ji-hyuk's every move until he successfully sat in the chairman's chair. Ji-won guessed that Director Lee would resign. Ji-hyuk said that Director Lee didn't want to listen to other people's orders anyway. Director Lee was also a person who was difficult to control. That's why Ji-hyuk couldn't let Ji-won be the team leader of the fast food cooking bag project. "I'll help you at any price. Just tell me if you need it." These words solved Ji-won's worries. That night, Ji-hyuk went to see Eun-ho again. Ji-hyuk wanted to know what kind of person Eun-ho was. Was Eun-ho a playboy? Was he qualified to be a solid support? To see how much Eun-ho still wanted? Why did he do that? "I think that's why I'm here. Don't do food shows anymore. There's no need to attract women anymore, you're capable of making money." Although Eun-ho didn't understand Ji-hyuk's intentions, he still kindly reminded him to drink less. Who would have thought that Ji-hyuk would drink mineral water? "I won't drink anymore because I have things to do." The next day, to improve the working spirit in the marketing department, Ji-hyuk decided to organize a team building. As soon as they arrived, Sumin complained because the location of the accommodation was determined by the treasure hunt game. Sumin exclaimed that she couldn't sleep in a place like this. Haezong suddenly appeared behind Sumin. Actually, this was all Haezong's plan. Isn't this more fun than just drinking and chatting? Besides, when will we ever have a day to go find treasure like this? In order to sleep in the most luxurious mobile car tonight, everyone played by tearing off the name tag in the forest. But Manhwa lost as soon as he entered the battle. Min was done for. If I remember correctly, I made Manhwa get number 5 to sleep in the sleeping bag. I finally found number 4 and ran away. Ji-won recalled the previous story. At that time, Sumin was able to sleep in mobile car number 1 because of his relationship with team leader Kim. In order to get mobile car number 1, Sumin pulled Ji-won to a corner and intentionally overheard Haezong's conversation. Heard that Haezong intentionally hid number 1 under the water. Sumin immediately asked Ji-won if Manhwa knew how to swim. Coincidentally, there was a small river not far away. Sumin concluded that the flagpole was hidden underwater. "What's wrong with you? He's your boyfriend." "It's not about that. Then let me borrow your boyfriend. Ji-won, if you want something, you have to use all means to get it. That's exactly what I am. Ji-won walked alone on the street. Her best friend's words just now made her think a little. It turned out that Soo-min was always someone who relied on others to get everything. Soo-min would definitely get everything in 2023. Suddenly, Ji-hyuk appeared in front of Ji-won. He asked her if she had found anything. Is the flagpole number 1? Ji-won said the flagpole was hidden under the river. She asked him if he agreed to help her. Ji-hyuk agreed without hesitation. Not that it was a different matter. Ji-won hoped that Ji-hyuk would always maintain this kind of relationship with her. Don't interfere too much in her personal affairs. Even though Ji-won knew that Ji-hyuk could do anything for her, she wanted to rely on her own strength. Before the media announced that Ji-hyuk was the heir of the Yi family, he had always been an upright person. I don't want you to change yourself because of someone like me. You once said that I was a capable person. I can really do anything. So from now on, let me live as myself. Up to now, the only people who have been resurrected for the second time are the two of us. Let me confide in you about things that I can't tell anyone else. Ji-won said and then held out her hand. She hopes you can agree to me. Ji-hyuk revealed a blue heart on his chest. Ji-hyuk knew that every time his father gave Ji-won pocket money, he would draw a heart on it. Before reincarnating, Ji-hyuk had met Ji-won's father. I am your father's pocket money for you. So you can use me as you please. Ji-hyuk admitted that this was because he wanted Ji-won to trust him without hesitation. Pocket money is something that must be used. I just want to talk to the pocket money every day. Also, I hope my pocket money can be happy. After reincarnating, the pocket money doesn't want to do anything else. Ji-won, the head of the department, doesn't want to do anything. As for me, I want to be really happy. I have to rely on myself to be really happy. On this side, Soo-min finally found Manhwa. Seeing the thorny scene before her eyes, Soo-min immediately thought of a dirty plan. Soo-min suddenly shouted loudly to attract Manhwa's attention. Brother Manhwa, I think I got stung by a thorn. With that, Soo-min licked the blood off her hand. You should apply some medicine. Let's go back to the campsite quickly. It's okay, just apply some saliva. After acting weak, Soo-min immediately said that she wanted Manhwa to go down to the water to help her get the flagpole number 1. There was a small wound on Soo-min's hand. Jumping into the water would cause the wound to become infected. With this reason, Soo-min successfully convinced Manhwa. Ji-won also came to the riverbank. Seeing the flag gate on the other side of the cliff, Ji-won hesitated for a while, but still decided to go down to the water alone. Ji-hyuk had just walked back to the campsite when he heard his sister say that the river was more than 2 meters deep. Moreover, the water was flowing rapidly. At this time, Ji-won had reached the whirlpool. Suddenly, she was thrown down. Ji-won's whole body was submerged in the water. In the situation where life and death were hanging by a thread, Ji-hyuk appeared out of nowhere and pulled Ji-won back to the shallow water. She was crazy. This season, I went into the water without any preparation. I didn't know how deep the water was, but I wanted to go in alone. I'm fine. Just tell me what you want. What's so difficult about it? Just ask for help. Why do you have to make things difficult for yourself like this? Because I'm different from Soo-min. Because I don't want to be a second Soo-min. I want to rely on myself to get everything. That's Kang Ji-won. Memory suddenly flooded Ji-hyuk's mind. You don't have anything you want to do, Chuang Fong. Have you ever been on a boat? Ever since my father passed away, I've felt like I'm on a boat every day. I'm clearly standing very firmly, but the boat is still wobbly. I'm very uneasy. I want to be stable. I want to step onto solid ground. Back to reality, Ji-hyuk told Ji-won that I want to become a solid piece of land. Ji-won ruffled her hair but didn't slap Soo-min. She pressed her head to the ground and hit back hard. Su-min could only sit on the ground and cry out in pain. Ji-won treated Su-min so roughly that she wanted her to cry and look for Min-hong tonight. It turned out that Ji-won had already taken flagpole number 1. This made Su-min suffer in vain. Ji-won knew that Su-min would make things difficult for her. So Ji-won decided to strike first. She wanted to let Su-min sleep in tent number 4 tonight, then intentionally let Min-hong get drunk. That way the two of them would naturally come together. Ji-won intentionally went to Su-min to reveal flagpole number 1. Su-min was indeed tricked. Ji-won ran to an empty place and intentionally hid the flagpole in her shirt. As a result, Su-min attacked from behind, but Ji-won grabbed her hair in return. "What are you doing? Quickly let go of your hair, I'm so shocked." Ji-won was a little angry but felt extremely happy inside. Ji-won then asked Su-min if he wouldn't be angry. This was the luck of the game. If he hadn't jumped on him in the first place, nothing would have happened. Although Su-min was extremely angry, she couldn't do anything. But what happened just now was just Ji-won's imagination. In fact, Su-min grabbed Ji-won's hair from behind and threw her to the ground. In the end, Su-min quickly grabbed flagpole number 1 and threw flagpole number 4 on the ground. Did he really go into the water? That's why everyone was praising Ji-won so much. "You quickly go find the person at that bridge and I'll take the mobile phone." Su-min thought that the other party was still easy to bully. Broken first. Unexpectedly, Ji-won suddenly grabbed her leg and stood up. "The mobile car is in front of me, why do I have to be in that shack?" After saying that, the two rushed to the bridge. At night, everyone gathered to talk about 8 things. Ji-won boasted that he had successfully taken the flagpole number 1 and got the most luxurious mobile car tonight. Su-min sat below, seething with anger. Then, Su-min went to find Ji-won and deliberately threw water on her. "Why did you do that to me? What nonsense are you talking about? Why don't you give in to me? How long are you going to pretend like this? Your recent actions make me feel like I'm a bad person. You've been very upset with me lately. Simply because I don't like you anymore. I've tried not to show it, but it's not working. I only hate you because you always whine and act cute. And you even arbitrarily consider my things as yours. You thought it was cool, but it was actually really annoying. You were the one who agreed to let me do it. Now I take it for granted, so what's wrong? You made me think that way, and now you've changed. Yes, I always gave in to you, so you could complain. But now I don't want to do that anymore." To stimulate the wild beast in Su-min, Ji-won said she was going to marry Min-hong and have her own family. Therefore, Ji-won never wanted to be involved with Su-min anymore. After hearing that, Su-min was shocked to the core. If I did that, Su-min definitely wanted to punish me. If she thought I did that to her because I caught Min-hong, how would she punish me? I really can't drink anymore. Who would do that if I drank? I had to finish the cup. Oh my god, hurry up and finish it. Min-hong was drinking and accidentally met Su-min's eyes from afar. Seeing Su-min fondling the necklace she gave Min-hong, knowingly followed suit. "What are you doing here? Do you want to tell me something?" The two of them went to a deserted place and sat down to talk. Min-hong saw that Su-min was upset and originally wanted to explain to her. Su-min kept fiddling with the necklace he gave her. This action ignited the endless fire of desire in Min-hong's heart. "Do you want to sleep with me? Will anything change after we sleep together? I am Kong Ji-won's boyfriend and you are her confidant. Maybe because of leaning, now I only care about the person in front of me." Min-hong hesitantly placed his hand on the other person's cheek. Su-min deliberately leaned on the other person's hand. At this moment, both of them could hardly hold back. The next second, the two of them rushed into a passionate kiss. Kong Ji-won, who was standing far away, saw this scene and could not hold back her tears of joy. Her efforts were finally rewarded. But Ji Xiao suddenly appeared behind her, covered Ji-won's eyes with his hand and took her away from that place. Ji-won suddenly felt extremely heartbroken. I didn't expect that those two people would be together so early in the previous life, and I was still foolish enough to be fooled. After calming down, Ji-won mentioned that Soo-min was loved by many people in her previous life. Why did someone as sociable as Soo-min choose to be her best friend? This made Ji-won extremely proud. Min-hong was the same. Even though he was both threatening and lustful, he was still able to give Ji-won a home. I'm really stupid, right? Everything is over, let those two continue to develop on their own. Today, she only needed to think about one thing. Kang Ji-won had won over herself as well as everyone else. Ji Xiaoyu gently held Ji-won's hand, wanting to make her feel more comfortable. Ji-won suddenly realized that if she were to be reborn alone, she would be very lonely. Luckily, Ji Xiaoyu was by her side. My life is like a peaceful novel written by the dominant hand, without worries, uncertainties, or conflicts, and everything went smoothly. So I'm glad I can go back to the past. I'm also glad I can talk to her like this. This is the most climax episode of the drama You Go and Marry My Husband. Min-hong thought that as long as he put on his pants, no one would know. He also intended to tell Ji-won about their relationship. After hearing that, Soo-min was so angry that she gasped. After all, she wouldn't break up with him. Ji-won knew, but it only hurt her. They were good friends, there was no need to be like that. Even Soo-min was speechless. She didn't expect Min-hong to be that kind of man. What shocked Soo-min even more was that Min-hong wanted to maintain this ambiguous relationship with her. The next day, Soo-min stood not far away, watching the two of them laugh and talk, feeling extremely uncomfortable. Suddenly, Assistant Jung appeared behind Soo-min and asked where she went last night. Soo-min made up a random reason, then grabbed Assistant Jung's hand and complained. Why don't good things happen to me? Everything that happens here is so bad for me. I want to sleep in a mobile car or a luxury tent. You're young, you have many opportunities. During the meal, Soo-min stood from afar looking at Ji-won and Min-hong. The whole time, Min-hong didn't pay any attention to her. Soo-min could only walk beside Assistant Jung. Ji-won also didn't understand why Min-hong treated her like that. On the way back, Ji-won thought more and more about it. Ji-won even guessed that Min-hong might be worse than what she had thinking. Soo-min was also very worried. As soon as he got home, Soo-min got a little angry with Ji-won. Soo-min threw away all the photos of the two of them together. In the end, Soo-min swore that he would take Min-hong as his own. Min-hong went to the gym in a state of extreme bloodshed. He even bragged about his fighting achievements to his best friend. Wasn't that person his best friend and lover? That's right, but I only said one thing. Autumn has come, the atmosphere tonight is great. His best friend asked if Min-hong could bear the consequences. Min-hong suddenly thought of something. As soon as he arrived at the company, Min-hong started to shrink his neck like a turtle. Hearing that he had to go to market research with Soo-min, Min-hong tried even harder to avoid it. Of course, Ji-won didn't pay any attention to this. Soo-min left, leaving Ji-won a letter. On the cover was the words "Love Forever." Assistant Jung sat beside him, sighing as he looked at Soo-min so seriously, hoping that this time she could become an official employee. Ji-won did not reply, but slowly opened the letter. In the letter, Soo-min apologized for ignoring Ji-won's feelings. Soo-min hoped that Ji-won could give her a chance to change. I can't live without you because you are very precious to me. I will stay silent until you stop being angry. Ji-won felt sorry for Soo-min. If you didn't know the ending, maybe after reading this letter you would have forgiven Soo-min. Ji-hyo picked up the letter and read it, immediately feeling that Soo-min's writing was quite good. At the same time, Eun-ho was working and suddenly remembered that Ji-hyo had come to him with the wine. Quickly avoid me and use me. I'm really jealous of you. After drinking the wine, Ji Hyo began to tell Eun Ho about her boring life. It wasn't until she met Ji Won that Ji Hyo felt that her life was a little interesting. But he didn't deserve the love that was so hard to get. I feel like you're more qualified than me because you're still alive 10 years later. Eun Ho understood but didn't understand. During the whole trip, Soo-min and Min-hwan didn't say a word to each other. Soo-min suddenly rolled her eyes, but Min-hwan didn't pay attention to her expression. Min-hwan only saw that Soo-min was dressed very nicely today. While doing the next thing, Soo-min took every opportunity to show off her charm. Just a simple action of hair powder made Min-hwan unable to take his eyes off her. Seeing Soo-min go to the warehouse to buy ingredients, Min-hwan immediately finished the task in front of him and then used the excuse of going to work to run away. When Min-hwan arrived at the warehouse, he saw Soo-min standing next to him writing notes. Min-hwan quickly went to ask Soo-min what he was doing here. Do you think I can use this? As soon as Min-hwan opened the book, the content inside made him face him. What do you want to do now? What do you think of my suggestion? The next part wasn't very good, let me see for you. The two were making love in the warehouse when they suddenly received a phone call. The product that Min-hwan was in charge of accidentally gave to an old man who was allergic to pine nuts. On top of that, there was no allergy warning on the product. The old man's family put all the responsibility on Min-hwan. Min-hwan suddenly remembered that Soo-min was in charge of going to the warehouse to get the list of allergens. In the end, the two of them were only worried about the old man's allergies. Luckily, they took the old man to the hospital in time. They both sincerely apologized to the victim on the hospital bed. The old man's illness scared them both. Min-hwan said that no matter what they did, they couldn't make up for our negligence. But I still have to sincerely apologize. Fortunately, the old man was easygoing and didn't calculate. After that, Min-hwan took the initiative to pay the hospital bill and gave some compensation. Soo-min felt that Min-hwan didn't need to do that. Min-hwan was afraid that the company would find out and fire Heidi. It was the simplest thing to solve with money. However, it seemed like he had spent a lot of money. It's okay, Min-hwan. Who are you? Your stocks have been going up a lot recently, so. Before Min-hwan could finish speaking, the news that the director of TKU had fled abroad was broadcast on the TV behind him. This meant that all the stocks Min-hwan had invested in buying were lost. Ji-won smiled with satisfaction when she saw this news. The next day, Min-hwan cried in the break room. Ji-won comforted Min-hwan, saying, "What if I sell them all now? How the hell can I sell them?" Of course, I had already placed a sell order, but everyone was selling at the lowest limit. So what should we do now? Can we just stop because the epidemic is over? Why are you bothering me so much? Can't I just marry one? He told her that the current situation was more serious than she thought because she had a credit loan. What is credit? So how should he solve this mess now? Oh my God, what's the point of telling me? Right at this moment, Ji-won received a call from Ji-hyo. Ji-won lied that Assistant Jong found me something and ran away. This idiot, credit is not a problem now. It's because I'm still borrowing money from loan sharks. Actually, Ji-won also knew that Min-hwan was still borrowing money from loan sharks, but because of his pride, he didn't tell her. Min-hwan immediately went to find Soo-min to solve the problem. First, Min-hwan expressed his feelings for Soo-min. Then, Min-hwan said that he would marry Ji-won soon. If we had time, I would probably love you so much that I couldn't control myself. But fate stopped me. Min-hwan was very eager to say goodbye to this ambiguous relationship. He completely didn't see how Soo-min had turned her face. So you told me to shut up? What did you say, Soo-min? I definitely won't say anything, you don't have to worry. I just hope you can be happy. What the hell are you talking about? Then, Min-hwan will go to Ji-won. I asked you if you really like me. Of course you like me. Thank you for liking someone like me. Manhwa said that he planned to marry Ji-won next year. But now he is in debt. All he has left is to smoke. Ji-won heard and knew that Manhwa wanted to ask her for money. Before Ji-won could answer, Manhwa observed her hesitation. Then Manhwa picked up the bottle of wine and drank it all in one gulp. You are still young, but you are not in a hurry to get married. Money can be earned again. You can't say that, you are too old. Don't you think about children? I said I don't want children. To me, you are more important than anything else. That's true because I am the only son of the third generation of the family. How can I only think about myself? That's right, so what should we do? Ji-won, let's get married. Even though I can't give you a grand wedding like I planned. But tomorrow we will be a better family than today. I promise you. What family? I know you will feel weak when I mention the word family. You intend to shamelessly depend on me for the rest of your life, but you talk to me like you punched me in the arm. You still dare to open your mouth to mention family? Manhwa was eager to hear Ji-won's answer. Manhwa was afraid that now that he had become a proletarian, Ji-won would despise him. But Ji-won didn't answer Manhwa's question. In her heart, she felt that he was really ridiculous. Ji-won confided in Ji-hyo about this. Now Manhwa was penniless, but still wanted to marry her. Ji-won remembered that on her birthday, Manhwa would use the money his parents invested in him. Manhwa promised that if he made money, he would marry Ji-won. But unfortunately, Manhwa failed in his investment and begged Ji-won to help him. Before going to the taekwondo gym, Ji-won looked at the land next to her. Ji-won remembered the stray cat she had raised when she was in school. Ji-won told Ji-seoya that she really wanted to take the cat home. But she was afraid that she wouldn't be able to take responsibility until the end, so she hesitated. Then the cat suddenly disappeared. Ji-won really regretted it. Ji-seoya told Ji-won that he had an unfortunate car accident that year because he was trying to save the cat. His leg was injured and he had to drop out of school early. Ji-won was very surprised when she heard that. She immediately ran to Ji-seoya's house. It was you, no wonder I felt you were so familiar. I didn't expect it to really be you. 2013 to 419 is my family's ink. You can come and visit me freely in the future. It doesn't matter if it's true. I'll come and visit you often in the future. The two of them played with the cat while discussing their next plan. Ji-won remembered that Min-hong would propose on her birthday. Even though the scene was very ordinary, she felt extremely happy in her previous life. Thinking back now, Ji-won just felt nauseous. I really felt disgusted when I saw those horrible things. This is the first birthday since she was reincarnated. The speaker accidentally understood the meaning. On Ji-won's birthday, Ji-hyo used a flycam to combine the title of Ji-won's favorite song. Ji-won was immersed in happiness. Suddenly, Min-hong appeared behind her. Min-hong said, "Don't say anything, I prepared all of these for you. My princess, I love you." Min-hong then put the engagement rings on Ji-won. The people behind enthusiastically congratulated the young couple. But everyone had their own thoughts. I will do everything for you. Ji-won won't realize that these are fake diamonds, right? No matter what she knew, one didn't dare throw them away. I absolutely will not let the two of them get married. You must be very annoyed to see me happy. That's right, so please use all means to marry my husband. This part ends here. Thank you for supporting me in the past time. I wish you all good health to support my heart. See you in the next parts. Goodbye and see you again. Bye bye. Today's episode ends here. Thank you for watching. Now, goodbye and see you again.